Hello, everybody. Welcome to our Friday Night Football Game of the Week, streaming on WFSB Plus and the Wax. Tonight, we got a good one for you. It's going to be the East Hartford Hornets welcoming in the South Windsor Bobcats. I'm going to be your commentator, Quinn Pramager, and I'm accompanied by my photographer, Ian Pettigrew. And guys, we got a really good one tonight. East Hartford is coming into this game on a 4-game losing streak. They lost last week to Bristol Central, 38-32. South Windsor is the polar opposite. They're currently coming into this game on a 5-game win streak after starting the season 0-2. Their most recent game was a win over Middletown, 30-8. Want to welcome in everybody who has chosen to spend their Friday night with us. We should have a very good one. So get comfortable and let's go ahead. Let's get the action rolling here. East Hartford is going to be kicking it off to the Bobcats. They're going to be getting the football first.
The Bobcats won the toss, and they will be receiving the first down kick.
East Hartford, their defense has struggled as of late. They gave up 80 points to Conard a couple of weeks ago. The final score of that game was 80-74. And then they gave up 62 points against Enfield 2 weeks ago. So they're going to see if they can get some positive momentum here today and get a good performance out of their defense.
You want me to grab you anything?
No, I'm good, Bob. Sure? Thank you. I got water. I'm good. Thank you.
And here we go. We are off and rolling. Short kick recovered. Taken by the Bobcats, tackled very quickly up around the 44-yard line. And here comes the South Windsor offense. When I talked with Coach Hodge earlier this week, he mentioned Jaleel Montgomery, their star running back, as a player to watch in this game this season. He has been on an absolute tear. He has rushed for 922 yards and 11 touchdowns in 7 games this year. Man in motion. Takes the snap. He's going to hand it off. Up the middle he goes, and a solid gain there on first down. And that was Dominic McNeil, the senior running back, who makes the play. And now it'll be second down.
Second down and 4 at the Hornets' 49-yard line.
Second and 4. 2 wide receivers lined up to the left. And a whistle before the play, and a penalty flag is down on the field.
Penalty on the Hornets, both sides.
And it's an offsides penalty against East Hartford that's going to move the chains and give the Bobcats a first down. South Windsor, as I mentioned before, has been on a roll. 5-game win streak coming into this game, looking to continue the positive momentum. Man in motion, takes the snap, going to give it to him. And a nice gain off the right side. And tackled at around the 35-yard line. And that was Jaden Bridgeforth, the senior. And a nice gain on first down for the Bobcats. And Bridgeforth has actually been garnering interest at the next level from Western New England University. Coach Hodge said that he is very interested in playing at the next level. So it'll be interesting to see where he ends up next year and how he will continue his football career. 2 wide receivers to the left. Man in motion again. Handoff, and a whistle is blown, and a penalty flag is down. And that is going to be a false start penalty on the offense.
False start.
Going to move the ball back to the 40-yard line of the Hornets.
Second and 4 at the Hornets 40-yard line.
Still second down. Man in motion. Takes the snap, going to hand it off. Montgomery goes off the left side. Gets a minimal gain there.
Illegal shift.
And an illegal shift penalty on South Windsor. 2 straight penalties. Going to move them back once again. And now make second down a tougher mountain to climb.
Bobcats ball, second and 11 at the Hornets 44-yard line.
Second and 11. Keep in mind, it was second and 1 when we started this sequence. Second down. Man in motion. Takes the snap. Going to give it to him once again. Up the middle. Gets some of the penalty yardage back. That was Dominic McNeil again. South Windsor showing a lot of motions so far in this game.
Third down.
And now it's third down. And let's see if the Bobcats can convert and keep this opening drive going.
Third down and 5 at the Hornets 39-yard line.
Third down, Montgomery moving around the formation. And another whistle
Timeout, Hornets.
on the play, and that is going to be a timeout for East Hartford. So we're going to take a brief break. We'll be right back. This is the Friday Night Football Game of the Week, streaming on the Wax and WFSB+. All right, so a big play just broke out on third down. Wyatt Prather, the quarterback for South Windsor, kept the ball himself and now has the Bobcats in the red zone. A huge play for South Windsor to move the chains.
First and goal at the Hornets 10-yard line.
Oh, excuse me, it's the 10-yard line of East Hartford, and now it is first and goal. Two wide receivers to the right. Jaleel Montgomery in the backfield. Hands it off to him. Montgomery up the middle. Montgomery. No signal yet. And it is a touchdown. Jaleel Montgomery drives it in, sledgehammering his way into the end zone. And that is his 12th rushing touchdown of the season and a huge first drive by South Windsor. There's some conversation amongst the referees here. So hold on 1 second here, folks. And it is. Hold on one moment here. All right, so the touchdown was called back. 2nd and goal. Prather under center. And he hands it off. And it is a touchdown. This time for real for South Windsor. And they are on the board first in our game of the week. A big statement on their opening drive. Now they're going to go for the 2-point conversion. And Montgomery does not get it. He was going up the middle. So a nice stop for East Hartford. But regardless, it is 6-0 South Windsor. And a huge first drive for the Bobcats. When I talked with Coach Hodge, he said that they were a very big power running team and that they were going to look to establish that once again against the Hornets. And they're doing a good job of it so far. Jaleel Montgomery proving to be a force in the backfield like he has been all season for South Windsor.
Ladies and gentlemen, East Hartford High School would like to give a big thank you to WFSB and Hot 93.7 for being in the building for tonight's Friday night game.
Now the Hornets back to receive this kick, looking to respond. And a short kick. It's going to be recovered or taken in at around the 50-yard line. And here comes this Hornets offense. Now one guy I want to highlight is their quarterback, the junior, Anthony Caravallo. He has been unbelievable this season. He threw for 9 touchdowns against Conard. Just an unbelievable performance. And now he steps on the field looking to torch this Bobcat defense.
48-yard line.
First down, takes the snap, hands it off to the right side. And a nice gain there on first down. Bring up second down now. Second down now.
Second down to 3 at the Bobcats 45-yard line.
2nd and 3 now at the South Windsor 49. Santana in the backfield. 2 receivers to the bottom of your screen. Takes a snap, hands it off. Santana off to the side. Santana with a nice gain. And he's going to get the first down.
That's a Hornets first down.
Across the 40-yard line. And that is the senior, Jeremiah Santana. He has 54 carries on the year for 361 yards. Only 1 touchdown. He'll be looking to add to that total today. Caravallo takes a snap, looking to throw. The ball is tipped, and the ball is caught. How about that?
First down, Hornets.
What a play right there. The ball was tipped at the line of scrimmage, but a nice job adjusting. And now a first down for East Hartford. First down, Caravallo throws it, and the pass is too long. It's incomplete. Thank you, sir. Second down now. Caravallo pump fakes, rolls off to his right, motioning out players. And the ball is caught. And now it's going to bring up third down, a short gain on that play.
Third down and 7.
Third down and 7 for East Hartford. 2 receivers lined up at the body of your screen. 2 at the top. Caravallo going to hand it off up the middle. Santana with a burst of speed. Santana moves the chains once again.
Hey, with me, folks. That's another Hornets first down. First and goal.
First and goal
10-yard line.
for East Hartford. Santana in the backfield. Caravallo throws it. Pass is caught. Working up the field, trying to get something. And he is wrapped up. A nice gain there on first down. Brings up now a second down. Now they're inside the 10-yard line. Hornets looking to respond after a big first drive by the Bobcats, establishing the run game.
Goal at the Bobcats 8-yard line.
Second and goal at the 8-yard line.
4-yard.
Three wide receivers lined up at the bottom. Caravallo going to hand it off. Up the middle, pushing the pile. A decent gain right there. It's going to bring up a third down and goal for the East Hartford offense.
Third goal at the Bobcats 2-yard.
Now down to the 2-yard line. Caravallo, another handoff. Santana up the middle. Santana is in for the touchdown. Jeremiah Santana runs it in from 2 yards out. And that will put 6 on the board for the Hornets. That was Santana, right? Now East Hartford going to line up for the extra point. Here's the snap, the hold, and the kick is up and good. 5:33 left to go in this first quarter. Score is 7-6 East Hartford for both teams. Both scores on their opening drives. As a coach, I don't know if you can ask for much better than that. At least on the offensive side of the ball. Coach Hodge for South Windsor talked about in practice, he was preaching to his guys. He was trying to find a way to deal with East Hartford's potent offense, and they just showed it right here. Just a very good drive, very solid drive for the Hornets, able to move the ball down the field and put 7 on the board. Now the Hornets set to kick it away to the Bobcats, who will get another chance on offense here. And the kick is away. Fielded at around the 30. Moves up the field, and a solid gain right there, close to the 40-yard line. That was Isaac Gerber, the senior, who fielded the kick. And now out comes this Bobcat offense.
Bobcats ball, 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
First down, Montgomery in the backfield for South Windsor. Man in motion. Takes the snap, got to hand it off to him. Montgomery off the left side. Montgomery with a nice little gain on first down. Bring up a 2nd and medium here. Second down here.
2nd down and 4 at the Bobcats 45.
South Windsor 45, man in motion, going to give it to him. Up the middle he goes, and a nice gain, going to move the chains. And that was Jaden Bridgeforth who got the carry there. And it will be a first down for South Windsor.
First down.
And in motion once again. Montgomery going to get the carry. Up the middle he goes. Gets about 2 yards on that carry there. Coach Hodge said earlier this week that a strength of his team is the ability to lock in and focus and not get ahead of themselves, so they're going to be looking to continue that here. Montgomery going to get the carry off the right side. Montgomery gets a solid gain right there up to the Hornets' 44-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd down at about 5 yards. They're going to be looking to keep this drive alive.
At the Hornets 43-yard line.
Here we go. 3rd and 5. Prather takes the snap, going to keep it himself. Prather up the middle he goes. It's going to be very close to the first down marker. Let's see what they rule it here. And it is not going to be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down. So now decision time for South Windsor. What do? We're ticking down the time in the first quarter here. And it looks like the offense is going to stay on the field.
44. Let them hear you, crowd. Defense needs you.
And the crowd turning up for East Hartford. Man in motion. And there is a penalty flag down on the field
Both sides Hornets.
And it's going to be a penalty on East Hartford. Unfortunate. And that will move the chains for South Windsor and give them a first down.
Hornet ball, first down and 10. Excuse me, Bobcats ball, first down and 10 at the Hornets 35 yards.
First down. Hands it off up the middle. And a minimal gain right there. A nice play by that Hornets defense. Able to swarm to the football. That was Jaden Bridgeforth that was on the carry. A nice recovery after the penalty that moved the chains.
Loss on the play. 2nd and 12 at the Hornets 36 yard line.
Second down. Prather going to keep it himself. Going to go up the middle. Prather finds a hole. Gets near the first down marker.
3rd down.
And it's going to be 3rd down and short here. South Windsor's been establishing the run really well so far.
Timeout on the field. Timeout.
And there is a timeout called by East Hartford, and they're going to be looking to regroup. We will be back after a short break. This is the Friday Night Football Game of the Week, streaming on the Wax and WFSB+.
First down.
All right, welcome back. Jaleel Montgomery just took a carry, enough for first down yardage for South Windsor. And that will give them a first down. Looking to get another score on the board. Montgomery in the backfield, 2 receivers on the bottom of the formation, on the bottom of your screen. Man in motion. Prather going to hand it off up the middle. And a minimal game on first down, probably 1 to 2 yards. Now it's 2nd and long. South Windsor has been using a lot of motions early in this game and has been able to catch East Hartford lacking a couple of times with a couple of costly penalties, especially that one on 4th down earlier in this drive. So they've been doing a good job so far of establishing the run game like Coach Hodge was talking about in our conversation earlier. Second down. Prather takes the snap. Prather going to keep it himself up the middle. He goes. Prather was down near the goal line. And he is going to be just short, showing the explosiveness up the middle. And now that will set up a 1st and goal, and that will be the final play of this first quarter. The score is 7 for the East Hartford Hornets and 6 for the South Windsor Bobcats. You are watching the Friday Night Football Game of the Week, streaming on the Wax in WFSB+.
That is the end of the first quarter. Hornets.
All right, welcome back. Start of the second quarter here. East Hartford currently carrying a 7-6 lead. If you're just joining us, 2 opening drive touchdowns. And now South Windsor down near the goal line once again. So let's see if they can punch it in. That was Wyatt Prather. And now on first down, they get it up the middle. Let's see what they call here.
No gain on the play.
And it was no gain. So now it's second down. They tried to go right up the middle, could not get it. Now will be a second and goal for South Windsor. Second and goal. Montgomery lined up behind Prather. Takes the snap, hands it off. Montgomery goes up the middle. And it is a touchdown.
Touchdown Mountains.
Jaleel Montgomery, his second touchdown of the game. And South Windsor reclaims the lead.
Bobcats going for 2.
Now the 2-point conversion attempt for South Windsor. Man in motion. Keeps it up the middle. That was Dominic McNeil.
No good.
And for the second time in this game, the 2-point conversion is no good. That could play a factor down the road. Who knows? We got a long way to go here. 11-12 left in the second quarter. Just got started. South Windsor has been throwing a few haymakers courtesy of their running game. Jaleel Montgomery, 2 touchdowns now in this game. And let's see if the Hornets in Caravallo have a response.
With 11-12 left in the second quarter, the Bobcats lead 12 to the Hornets 7. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, on the right-hand side of the bleachers, you can turn in your plastic bottle.
When I talked to Coach Hodge, he said that Caravallo was his primary concern for East Hartford. He described him, he throws a good football and he's also a good runner. And the main goal to be successful today, he was telling his guys, was to contain him. So let's see if they can carry out that goal tonight. And the kick is away. And the ball is going to be picked up. Trying to make a move. Bounces it. Uh-oh! Uh-oh! There he goes up the middle! 1 minute to beat! Can he do it? Go! Going! Gone! Touchdown!
Touchdown!
Kickoff return. How about that? What a play! How about that? Sports Center Top 10 is going to come calling for that one. Da-da-da, da-da-da. Wow! Talk about fireworks early in this game. And we're just getting started, folks. That's the best part.
That's it, King. Thank you. We're all set. All right.
Now East Hartford on for the extra point.
You gotta go to max prep for the. Yeah, we gave new uniforms. So if you want to go to max prep real quick, you'll be able to see it.
And there's a whistle on this play.
Somebody unplug me.
Where did I not see it unplugged it? Not here.
Unplug.
Luis Cruz comes in from the sideline.
That was Isaiah Tripp for 6.
Isaiah Tripp got that kickoff return for a touchdown. What a play to energize the Hornets. And now the snap, the hold, the kick is up, and the kick is good right down Broadway. 14-12, 10:56 left to go in this second quarter. Ladies and gentlemen, we got a good one here. We got a great one for you guys tonight.
14-12.
Now South Windsor going to look to respond. Maybe they can get a kickoff return, touchdown of their own. Who knows? Maybe I just spoke it into existence. Maybe I got the announcer jinx. Who knows? Now South Windsor back to receive. Dominic McNeil is back there. Along with Jaden Bridgeforth. And the kick is away. It's a short one. Fielded at around the 42-yard line. And that is where South Windsor will get started. Now here we go. First down, Jaleel Montgomery. As I mentioned before, 2 rushing touchdowns so far in this game. He has put his stamp on this football game, looking to just drive it home more. And the handoff is going to go to him. Montgomery up the middle. Montgomery with a nice gain. Now up near midfield, he goes and sets up the Bobcats very nicely on second down. Jaden Bridgeforth lined up at the bottom of your screen. Now he's in motion. Prather takes the snap, going to hand it to him. Bridgeforth up the middle. Oh, Bridgeforth! Is he gone? He is! Touchdown, Bobcats! What a way to respond! Jaden Bridgeforth, the senior. What a play! Wow! He just got up out of there like a rocket.
The parents were like talking about this.
Now South Windsor trying to go for the 2-point conversion. They haven't been able to convert in 2 attempts so far. Takes a snap, Montgomery up the middle. Montgomery's going to walk in for the 2-point conversion.
With 10:09 left.
And that's going to make it 20-14 with 10:09 left in the second quarter.
20-14 is your score. Bobcats in the lead.
I mean, what a sequence so far in this second quarter. We got a kickoff return for a touchdown by Isaiah Tripp. And then Jaden Bridgeforth for the Bobcats breaks one. This is unbelievable. Tremendous. And the Bobcats going to kick this off. Question is, will they kick it deep? Because the last time they did it, Isaiah Tripp took it back for a touchdown. So let's see what they do here. And the kick is away. It is a short one. And the ball is bobbled. And it is picked up by South Windsor. What a turn of events. The ball was bobbled twice, and South Windsor is able to recover, and they get the football right back. Just a crucial mistake by the kickoff team for the Hornets. Unfortunate right there. But now they got to hope that their defense can get a stop and get the offense back out on the field. First down, Bridgeforth in motion. Prather going to hand it off. Montgomery up the middle. Montgomery powering his way forward. Gets near the 20-yard line. And a nice play on first down. Jaleel Montgomery proving to be an unstoppable force in this game so far.
Bobcats ball, first down and 10 at the Hornets 24.
First down, two receivers lined up at the top of your screen. Takes the snap, hands it off. Montgomery again. Montgomery again! A big gain! And now inside the 10, Jaleel Montgomery. Too tough to handle so far for this East Hartford defense. That's going to set up a first down and goal. First down and goal. Prather takes the snap to Montgomery again. Montgomery powering forward. Gets a modest gain right there.
Second and goal.
Now it's second and goal.
At the Hornets 5-yard line.
This will be at the 5-yard line of East Hartford. And a timeout was taken. We're going to step away. Brief break here. This is the WFSB F&F Game of the Week, streaming on the Wax and WFSB Plus. right, welcome back. Second down and goal for the South Windsor offense, trying to make the most and capitalize after recovering the kickoff. East Hartford could not handle it. Takes the snap, up the middle. He goes, and that is a touchdown. A flag is down on the play, though, so hold on 1 second here. That was Dominic McNeil. Let's check what the penalty marker is. It is going to be a holding penalty on South Windsor. That's going to wipe a touchdown off the board. And it's going to move them back for a second and goal now.
Second and goal at the Hornets' 15-yard line.
Now they're moved all the way back to the 15-yard line. A crushing penalty for South Windsor. Man in motion. Takes the snap off the right side. Still going. Gets a good gain there. Dominic McNeil, who had the touchdown wiped off the board, gets a solid gain. Brings up third down and goal.
Third and goal at the Hornets' 5-yard line.
Down to the 5-yard line of East Hartford is South Windsor. Can they make the most of the golden opportunity that they've been handed?
Hype up your defense, crowd. Let's get loud.
The crowd trying to spur on this Hornets defense to get a stop. Man in motion. Prather takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself. Prather trying to make something happen, but he does not. A great play by the East Hartford defense to swarm to the football. And now it's decision time. Are they going to go for it? Let's find out. And it looks like the offense will stay on the field. Montgomery back in the game, lined up to the left of Prather. Man in motion, hands it off, up the middle, and it is a touchdown. Dominic McNeil gets his touchdown back. And South Windsor extends their lead with another touchdown. So far in this game, South Windsor 1 for 3 on 2-point conversions. They got the last one, but did not get the first two. So let's see if they can convert here. Prather takes the snap. It's going to be Montgomery with the carry. And a penalty flag is down on the field. Let's see what the call is. And it's going to be a holding call against South Windsor once again.
Holding on South Windsor.
And now the kicking unit is going to come out.
So we might evacuate.
All right, so you mean like before halftime or do your performance in this?
It depends. If it starts coming down, then we're out.
All right, if I see y'all student, then I'll just move on.
Yeah.
All right.
It's going to be Dennis Sadar on for the extra point for South Windsor. The snap, the hold, the kick is blocked. The kick was a nice block right there by East Hartford.
But the Falcons has extended their lead.
And they keep points off the board. But it is still a 26-14 lead for South Windsor. East Hartford going to be getting the football back, looking to make up for the gaffe on the last kickoff, but also trying to maybe get a little magic in the bottle from the kickoff return 2 times ago when Isaiah Tripp brought it back for a touchdown. So let's see what South Windsor elects to do here. And it's going to be a short kick. There was a little bobble there, but East Hartford's going to get back on top of it. And now here comes the offense back out on the field. And here comes Caravallo trying to will his team on and get another score on the board.
On this ball, first down and 10 at the Bobcats 43-yard line.
First down and 10 at the 43 for East Hartford. Caravallo takes the snap, throws it, pass is caught, working upfield. Oh! A big burst of speed and out of bounds. What a play by Bryce Grant, the senior.
First down.
And that is a first down for East Hartford. A nice play right there.
On his ball, first down and 10 at the Bobcats 20-yard line.
First down and 10, the South Windsor 20-yard line. Caravallo takes the snap, got to hand it off up the middle. And a nice play, swarming to the football. And Jaleel Montgomery got there first for South Windsor. What a game he is having so far. Now it's going to be a second down and long. Second down, Caravallo fakes the handoff, throws it to the end zone, and it is caught! And it's Isaiah Tripp again! What a game for him! A kickoff return for a touchdown, and now a receiving touchdown!
Isaiah Tripp with his
Second touchdown of the game, and East Hartford has some life!
To a 70 to 65 game. You just may see it. Buckle up, my boy. All hell breaks loose on this field.
And now on for the extra point. And Tripp is the holder, so he really is a utility man tonight. And the kick is blocked by South Windsor. Nice job getting there.
But your Hornets cut the lead down to 6. Your score 26-20 with 5:49 left in the half.
The score is 26-20 with 5:49 left in this first half. I mean, unbelievable. 46 combined points so far in this game. I mean, what a game we have here, ladies and gentlemen. I've run out of superlatives. I don't know how else I could describe this. Back to receive for South Windsor is Dominic McNeil in Bridgeforth. Let's see if they can make a little magic if they get the ball in their hands. And if they do, Look out. East Hartford sends the kick away. It's going to be deep. And Bridgeforth is going to take it. Bridgeforth to the outside, trying to make some cuts, some moves. A flag is down on the play. So hold everything here. Let's see what the call is by the officials. And it's going to be a penalty on South Windsor, so that is going to back them up.
Penalty on South Windsor.
And now they have a first down all the way inside their 10-yard line. So let's see what they can do here. Can they string together a masterful drive and put some more points on the board? 5:41 left to go in the second quarter. First down, takes the snap, hands it off. Up the middle, Montgomery gets a solid gain. Brings up second down.
Second down and 5. The Bobcats 15-yard line.
Second down and 5 from the South Windsor 15. Man in motion, that's Bridgeforth, who had the touchdown earlier. And a nice play by the East Hartford defense. Able to wrap him up. And that is going to bring up a third down. A nice play by this Hornets defense. Able to swarm to the football very quickly, very fast. And stop the play in its tracks.
Hornets 14-yard line. Big play, folks. Big play here for your defense. Let them hear it.
And the crowd is getting rowdy now. Trying to will on the defense to get the football back for this offense that has been highly efficient so far in this game. Two receivers lined up at the bottom of your screen. Takes a snap, hands it off up the middle. And that looks to be short of the first down. And it is, so it's going to bring up a fourth down. We'll see what South Windsor elects to do here. And it looks like they're going to go for this. This is a gutsy call by South Windsor. Bridgeforth in motion. And a penalty flag is down on the field.
Flag on the field.
And once again, it's going to move the chains.
Offsides on the Hornets.
An offsides penalty. Very costly for East Hartford. Once again, this is the second time it's happened on fourth down. Just very unfortunate. Now on first down, Bridgeforth in motion. Prather takes a snap. He's going to wind up to throw, and it's incomplete. He had a man over the middle. The pass was too long for Dominic McNeil. And he was in open space. That could have been a very explosive play, but instead, it's going to go down as a missed opportunity. Second down now. Bridgeforth in motion. Prather going to hand it off to Montgomery. Doesn't get much on the carry. Now it's going to bring up a third down for South Windsor.
Third down and 7. That's the Hornets 25-yard line.
3rd down and 7 on the East Hartford 25-yard line.
Give it up for your team. Let's go, defense.
Watch Bridgeforth, guys, bottom of your screen. He's not going to be coming in motion. That was McNeil. Now they're both lined up on the bottom of your screen. And a timeout was called. And we are going to take a brief break here. We'll be back with FNF Game of the Week streaming on the Wax and WFSB Plus. All right, so we are back with the game of the week, and East Hartford just made a big stop on defense. Wyatt Prather kept the football, but he did not get a big gain or enough to move the chains. And now it's a 4th down.
Fourth down.
Does South Windsor be aggressive here and go for it again? Or will they give the football back to East Hartford? And it looks like the offense is staying on the field. So once again, another 4th down conversion attempts. Montgomery moving around the formation. And a whistle's blown here. And is going to be a penalty on South Windsor that's going to back him up. And now that is going to bring on the punt team. And it's Isaiah Tripp back to receive. He is a firecracker, so they got to be careful punting towards him because he just may return another one to the house. Who knows? And now the punt's away. And it is going to take a little bit of a bounce here. And it's going to be fielded at the 44-yard line. And that's where East Hartford will take over. On the last drive for the Hornets, Isaiah Tripp caught the touchdown in the end zone by Caravallo. And they're going to try to rekindle some of that magic here and tie this game up.
First down and 10. Bobcats 44.
First down and 10. Caravallo going to hand it off. Up the middle goes Santiago. Gets up to around the 40-yard line. Brings up 2nd down. And a nice gain there on 2nd down. And that's going to move the chains for the first. Trying to tie this game up. 1 minute, 20 seconds left to go in this first half. And the offense is going to move quick here to try to put a score on the board. 2 wide receivers on the top of your screen. Caravallo looking for options. He's moving. He's shifty. And taken down. A nice play by the defense of South Windsor. That was Isaac Gerber who got to him. And a timeout is called by East Hartford that's going to stop the clock with 1 minute left in this first half, trying to put another score on the board. Now, you can catch highlights from this game as well as a ton of other games across the state tonight on Friday Night Football at 11:15 on WFSB Channel 3. So do not miss that. We got a lot of action to cover for you tonight. It is going to be a great show, and we hope that you will tune in. Now second down, Caravallo takes the snap, looking for options. He's going to fire deep. It's Tripp in the area, but the ball is out of bounds. It was overthrown. There was also 2 South Windsor defenders in the area, so it would have been a tall task for Tripp to come down with the football.
3rd down and 9.
Now it's going to be a 3rd down and 9.
Bobcats, 33-yard line.
Third down and 9 for the Hornets. Isaiah Tripp lined up at the bottom of your screen. Caravallo has pressure, steps up, rolls to his right. Caravallo is going to get out of bounds. That was Montgomery chasing him down. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down. 47 seconds left to go in the second quarter.
4 feet short. 4 feet short. Ball at the Bobcats, 25-yard line.
Looks to be about 1 yard. East Hartford is at the South Windsor 25-yard line. And is actually ruled a first down. So Caravallo did get enough yardage. It was originally 4th down.
First down.
But correct that. Now it's a first down for the Hornets. Caravallo takes the snap. Rolls to his right, trying to get shifty, fires in this pass. Is intercepted.
Interception.
And it is picked off. That was Justin Floor for the Bobcats. He got the feet in bounds. Perfect balancing act. And keeps points off the board for East Hartford, who was threatening. And now they're going to try to respond with some points of their own, potentially. First down for South Windsor. Bridgeforth in motion. They're going to give it to him. Bridgeforth up the middle. Bridgeforth! Is he loose? Could he go? Man trying to track him down. Bridgeforth down to the 9. Wow! What a play by Jaden Bridgeforth. And now he has South Windsor in prime position to add some more points onto their lead before we hit halftime. Man, he is explosive. What a play.
First down and goal.
First down and goal. McNeil in motion. They're going to give it to him. McNeil up the middle. McNeil is in for the touchdown.
Touchdown, Bobcats.
What a statement. The interception, the big play by Bridgeforth, and the dominant McNeil runs it in. Truly a coach's dream right there. As now South Windsor takes the lead 32-20.
Time out on the field, the Bobcats.
And South Windsor is going to take a timeout to talk this one over. What a game we have here, ladies and gentlemen. 32-20 in just the first half. Think about that. Unbelievable. Just the rate of scoring. We've just been operating at a fever pace so far in this game. A lot of explosive plays, a lot of big plays. Jaden Bridgeforth and Jaleel Montgomery, both major parts of South Windsor's success. And then as for East Hartford, Caravallo has just been really good through the air. And Isaiah Tripp, how about him? A kickoff return for a touchdown and a receiving touchdown in this game. Unbelievable so far between these two teams. A lot of offensive firepower. And now what a surprise. South Windsor going to go for the two-point conversion. It's McNeil in motion. They're going to give it to him again. And McNeil is stonewalled.
Two-point conversion is no good.
So the lead stays to 12 for South Windsor. Now, folks, there was 25 seconds left in this half.
22-20 with 25.
Are we going to see another score here? I don't know. We're going to have to wait and see. It's going to be very interesting. East Hartford has been playing very well on offense so far. So let's see if they can salvage some points here and neutralize the South Windsor score. And it's Isaiah Tripp back to receive this kick for the Hornets. South Windsor going to kick it short here. The ball is fielded. And a nice effort right there to get the ball close to midfield.
Hornets ball, first down and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Now first down and 10 for East Hartford. Here we go, first down from the East Hartford 46-yard line. Isaiah Tripp is lined up at the bottom. Caravallo takes the snap, gonna look down his left side, and this ball is incomplete. It was overthrown. And now that brings up a second down. Trying to go for the deep shot. Caravallo has loved to throw the ball deep so far in this game. And let's see if he can help them get East Hartford some more points before the half is over. Caravallo fakes the handoff, fires off the left side. This ball is caught, turning upfield. And that should be enough yardage for an East Hartford first down, and it is. A nice catch and run there. 6 seconds left to go in the half. 3 seconds and the spike. And the clock hit zeros. Let's see if he got the spike off before that. There's some confusion here. The referees are talking. South Windsor is in the process of walking off the field. And it looks like that's going to be the end of the first half. We will be back with the second half for our F&F Game of the Week, streaming on the Wax and WFSB Plus.
32.
All right, welcome back to our Friday Night Football Game of the Week. This has been a great game so far. South Windsor, near the end of the first half, was able to put a touchdown on the board in This House. So first of all, they got an interception when East Hartford was driving. They were inside the 30-yard line, and they got an interception. Then Jaden Bridgeforth broke a massive play, got down to around the 10-yard line, and then a couple of plays later, Dominic McNeil punched it into the end zone for the touchdown. Now, as we stand, 32-20, beginning of the third quarter. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have some fun. And the kick is away. It's a low kick. And the ball was touched by South Windsor too early. And now that is going to bring the East Hartford offense onto the field. So far in this game, if you guys are just joining us, Isaiah Tripp has been a massive factor so far in this game for East Hartford. He's had a kickoff return for a touchdown, and he also has had a receiving touchdown. And then the quarterback, Caravallo, he has been unbelievable as well. This offense is humming, and they are trying to put points on the board. So let's see if they can do it. First down, Caravallo gonna pass it. It's Isaiah Tripp. Tripp makes a move. Nice and shifty, gets close to the first down marker.
Nice gain on first down.
And that is going to move the chains.
First down, Hornets.
And that's going to give them a first down. So a nice first play right here by East Hartford.
First down and 10 at the Bobcats' 41-yard line.
Three receivers lined up on the bottom of your screen. Caravallo takes the snap, going to hand it off up the middle. Still fighting. He hasn't gone down yet, trying to push the pile. A solid gain right there. Running the ball right up the middle. And that was Jeremiah Santana who worked the ball. Now that's going to bring up a second and short.
Second and 3 at the Bobcats' 34 yards.
Santana lined up behind Caravallo. Takes the snap. Santana going to get the call again. And he is going to have enough for first down yardage down at around the 30-yard line.
First down, Hornets.
And that's going to move the chains for the Hornets. Three receivers lined up to the right. Caravallo takes the snap, fakes the handoff, looking towards the left. He's going to fire, and this pass is caught. What a catch! Corner of the end zone. What a catch!
Amani Fletcher with a wonderful catch for us.
And it's Fletcher. Gets the touchdown. And now East Hartford cuts into the Bobcat lead. Armani Fletcher, the sophomore. He was one-on-one on that left side. And a great throw and catch combination. And now East Hartford will look to tack on the extra point. And now penalty flags are down on the field. Let's see what the call is.
12 men on the field.
And it's going to be 12 men on the field against East Hartford. A costly mistake. And now that's going to move the extra point attempt back a little bit. Now on for the extra point. The snap, the hold, and the kick is no good.
Extra point, no good.
So it remains a 6-point game. South Windsor 32, East Hartford 26. What a start to the second half for the Hornets. Getting a touchdown on the board, but it's all going to rely on how their defense plays ultimately. That's how they're going to win this game. If their defense can start stringing together stops, then that could be massive for East Hartford. And they're just looking for answers at this point. Now, if you're just joining us for South Windsor, Jaleel Montgomery has been one of the bigger stories of this game. 2 rushing touchdowns so far. He has been an absolute force on the field just very tough to take down in general. Just a very tough player to take down. And then Jaden Bridgeforth has also been incredible for them. Broke off a massive play near the end of the first half to score, to set up a touchdown for South Windsor. And he's going to be looking to add to his totals in the second half. And the kick is away. And it's going to be fielded by South Windsor. It's McNeil, and he doesn't get much. Nice play by East Hartford on the coverage team. And that puts South Windsor in a little bit of compromising field position here for their first drive of the second half.
Bobcat ball, first down and 10.
First down and 10 for South Windsor. They're going to be at their own 15-yard line. So they're going to have to climb a large mountain here to try to get some points. Bridgeforth in motion. Takes the snap. It's going to be Montgomery. And Montgomery gets into the open field. Montgomery taking down across midfield. What a run by Jaleel Montgomery, the junior.
First down.
And an explosive first play for the Bobcats. First down and 10. Montgomery lined up to the left of Prather. It's going to be Bridgeforth who's going to get the handoff. Bridgeforth into the open field. Bridgeforth chugging towards the end zone. Did he get in? He did not. He is just short. Jaden Bridgeforth almost with another touchdown. But that's going to set up South Windsor inside the 5-yard line to punch it into the end zone again. First down, Montgomery lined up to the left of Prather. Prather going to take the snap, hands it off, Montgomery, and he is in for the touchdown.
Touchdown Bobcats.
Jaleel Montgomery, 3 touchdowns on the day, and we are just getting started in the second half. Just an unbelievable performance by him so far in this game to make the score 38-26 in favor of South Windsor, who is looking to continue their 5-game win streak here. And now it's 2-point conversion time. 3 wide receivers lined up at the bottom of your screen. Prather takes the snap, trying to evade the pressure, and he cannot.
2-point conversion, no good.
East Hartford swarms. Great job getting pressure there.
38 to Hornets, 26.
Santana was in the area.
Third quarter.
And maybe that provides a little bit of spark, a little bit of momentum now for East Hartford, as they will be receiving the football back.
Your foundation is sinking.
Now here we go. South Windsor about to kick it away to East Hartford. It is a low kick, and it is bobbled. Let's see what the call is here. The official's going to run over. And East Hartford's going to maintain possession. A little bit of a scare there for the Hornets. Getting flashbacks from earlier in this game when they could not get their hands on the football. And it ended up in the hands of South Windsor. But it did not happen again. And now the Hornets will take over at around the 40-yard line.
First down and 10.
It's going to be first down. Caravallo fakes the handoff, fires. This ball is caught, working upfield. And a nice gain is going to get him close to the chains. And that's going to be a first down.
First down, Hornets.
And that was the senior Bryce Grant on the catch and run to move the chains for East Hartford.
Hornets ball, first down and 10 on the Bobcats, 47-yard line.
First down and 10. East Hartford now in Bobcat territory. Caravallo looks, fires, and it's incomplete. Could not find his man. He threw it behind him. And now it's going to bring up a second down. That was Noah Vasquez, the senior, in the area. Fletcher, who caught the touchdown on the last drive. He's lined up on the bottom of your screen. Look out for him. Second down. Caravallo fakes the handoff. Caravallo looking, fires. This ball is caught, breaking a couple of tackles, and that's going to be a first down. Nice escapability.
Moving the chains, first down, Hornets.
And that was Bryce Grant again on the nice catch and run. Caravallo had pressure in his face. He was able to dance away from it and finds his open man. He's had to move a lot in this game in the pocket, Caravallo, but he's done a fantastic job at creating space and being a true improviser for this offense. Caravallo looking, steps up in the pocket. Caravallo is taken down. A nice play for this South Windsor defense. They get to him.
Second down and 9.
Now it's going to be a second down and 9. A gain of 1 there. Caravallo takes the snap, fakes the handoff, fires, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Noah Vasquez, but just off target with that pass. And now it brings up a third down and long for the Hornets. Caravallo fakes the handoff, takes the snap, rolls to his right, looking for options. Caravallo fires, he's hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. And that was Isaiah Tripp trying to come back to the football.
Fourth down.
And that's going to bring up a fourth down. What does East Hartford do? They are in South Windsor territory. And a timeout is called. They're going to talk it over.
Hornets. 2 remaining in the half.
So let's see what they do here. Let's see if they go for it on fourth down. South Windsor has been incredibly aggressive on fourth down. East Hartford hasn't really been in those situations so far in this game. They've been able to move down the field really well. They've been able to utilize a lot of different players in this game. Bryce Grant, Isaiah Tripp, Armani Fletcher, who caught the touchdown pass in their last drive. They've been able to spread the ball around really well. And Caravallo has gotten going. He's really shown an ability to escape the pressure, step up in the pocket when he needs to, and find the open man. And all of those skills are going to become very crucial now on a 4th down and long. Can they extend this drive, or will they give South Windsor the ball back with the chance to extend their 12-point lead? Let's find out.
Fourth down.
Quamir Willis is lined up in the backfield. 2 receivers to the left. Caravallo takes the snap, fires. It's a deep shot, and this ball is intercepted. It was overthrown. And now South Windsor looking to get a return. There is a penalty flag down on the field.
Interception, flag on the field.
Let's see what the officials call here. The ball was overthrown by Caravallo. Went right into the hands of Colton Flaherty. The referees are discussing this over.
Holding Bobcats on interception return.
And it was a holding penalty on the South Windsor return, so they do keep possession of the ball. However, they're going to be pinned very deep in their own territory and try to work their way out of it now. But a crucial play by this Bobcats defense to get the interception. Let's see if they can capitalize. Now it's a first down for South Windsor. Takes the snap. Bridgeforth. A nice tackle right there by East Hartford. That was Lamar Hibbert, the senior, able to get to Jaden Bridgeforth, who has been a force in this game. Now it's going to bring up a second down. A nice tackle by Hibbert.
2nd and 6 at the Bobcats 5-yard line.
Now South Windsor on their 5-yard line. Dominic McNeil is lined up at the bottom. He is in motion, and he's going to take the handoff. McNeil working forward for some yards. Gets a gain of a couple. Now brings up a 3rd down. It's going to be a 3rd down and short now.
3rd and 3.
3rd and 3
Bobcats 10-yard line.
for South Windsor. Backed up on their 10-yard line because of a holding penalty on an interception a couple of plays ago. They're looking to capitalize, put more points on the board, and extend their 12-point lead. Montgomery lined up to the right of Prather. Got to hand it off to him. Montgomery working up the field. Montgomery is in the open field. A big run for Jaleel Montgomery. Down to around a 45. And that is going to be a first down for South Windsor. An incredible job by Montgomery to find the hole and exploit it and turn on the jets when he got in the open field.
Bobcats ball, first down and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Now it's going to be a first down and 10 at the South Windsor 46-yard line. First down. Montgomery again going to get the call, but he is stuffed. Great play defensively to get there and contain Montgomery by East Hartford. Now it's going to bring up a second down and long. Second down, Montgomery lined up to the left of Prather. McNeil in motion. And there is going to be a penalty flag on the field. It looked like East Hartford jumped to try to get a head start, but let's see what the officials call here.
Flag on the play.
They're discussing it at midfield. And it's going to be an offensive penalty on South Windsor, so that's going to back them up. So that's going to back them up and make second down a lot tougher. McNeil lined up at the bottom. Bridgeforth in motion. Bridgeforth. He lost the ball. He lost the football. Who came up with it? There's a scramble in the bottom of the pile.
On the play.
Who came up with the football? The officials are trying to break it up here. It was Bridgeforth on a motion, and he bobbled the football. He did not get secure hands on it. And a flag is down. Two flags are thrown
On the field.
after the play was over. A lot going on here, a lot to unpack.
Unsportsmanlike
And
conduct.
double unsportsmanlike conduct penalties on South Windsor and East Hartford. Those penalties are going to offset. And now it's going to be third down. South Windsor did recover the fumble.
Bobcats recovered the fumble.
And a huge sigh of relief for South Windsor, as East Hartford would have had amazing field position. Now it's going to bring up third down and long. South Windsor trying to convert. Do they go back to the pass here, or do they stick with the ground game that's been working so well?
Bobcats ball, 3rd and 6 at their own 39-yard line.
They're at their own 39-yard line. This is a mountain to climb, excuse me. McNeil in motion. Prather is going to keep it himself. Goes up the middle, spins away from a tackler, but gets wrestled down. And Santana was in the area, and now it's going to bring up a fourth down.
Fourth down.
And it looks like South Windsor is going to bring on their punt team. And it's going to be Isaiah Tripp back to receive, who had the kickoff return for a touchdown earlier in this game. Let's see if lightning will strike twice for him. Now the punt is away. It's a high kick. Did not really go far, and it is going to get an East Hartford bounce. And it's going to land in Bobcat territory. So East Hartford is going to have a good starting field position here to try to get some points on the board and try to cut into this lead.
Hornets ball, first down and 10 on the Bobcats' 47-yard line.
Now, the Hornets going to start at the South Windsor 47-yard line. It's going to be first down, 3:08 left to go in this third quarter. South Windsor up 38-26 over East Hartford. And the handoff here up the middle. And a solid gain on first down, a gain of about 5. Now it's going to have a second down and medium now.
Second down and 5 at the Bobcats' 42-yard line.
It's going to be Santana in the backfield. 2 receivers lined up at the bottom. Caravallo gives it to Santana. Goes up the middle. It does not get much.
Minimal gain on the play.
Montgomery was in on the stop. Now it's going to bring up a third down for this Hornets offense. .218 left to go in this third quarter. The clock is ticking down. The scoring has somewhat subsided. Santana, is going to come out of the game. And into the game comes Kamir Willis, who's going to line up in the backfield. Caravallo fakes the handoff, going to throw it. It's Tripp. Tripp trying to make a move, goes forward. Tripp gets close to first down yardage. Let's see if they give it to him. And they're not going to. It's going to be a fourth down, about 1 yard to go for East Hartford. And it looks like they're going to go for this. The offense stays on the field. Armani Fletcher lined up at the bottom of your screen. The handoff. Willis breaks the tackle. Willis is going to get the first down. He was almost corralled in the backfield, but a nice job breaking the tackle and moving the chains for the Hornets.
First down and 10 at the Bobcats' 31-yard line.
First down and 10.
1 minute remaining in the quarter.
East Hartford now up to the South Windsor 31-yard line. We are under a minute to go in this third quarter. 3 receivers bunched at the bottom of your screen. Handoff up the middle, and not a lot on that play. Nice job by South Windsor, able to get to the football and make the play. Now it's going to bring up a second down. Caravallo has been very strong through the air tonight. Let's see if that will continue. Let's see if they'll run another play here. 15 seconds left to go in the first quarter. And they are getting up to the line. Caravallo takes the snap, looking, steps up in the pocket, and he's taken down. A big play, Aiden Sada, the senior, able to get in, and that will end the third quarter with the score 38 for South Windsor and 26 for East Hartford. This is the Friday Night Football Game of the Week, streaming on the WAX and WFSB+. All right, here we go. Third down and long, start of the fourth quarter. Caravella looking for options, rolls out to the right, and he's going to throw this ball away. Great pressure by South Windsor, and that's going to bring up a fourth down.
Official timeout. Official timeout.
And there was a timeout taken here by the officials. They're going to discuss some things here. Now this game, if you guys are just joining us, fourth quarter, beginning of the fourth quarter, this game got off to a fever pace with the scoring in the first half, just points everywhere you looked. Didn't matter which play you looked at. Most of the time, points were being scored. There was pretty good odds on that. However, in the third quarter, the scoring has sort of subsided. It started off hot with 2 touchdowns early on. However, it's been more of a defensive game now. And both offenses have been driving down the field very well. Both offenses have been able to get in good scoring positions. However, the defense has stepped up when they needed to. Definition of a bend but don't break defense. Now, when I talked to Coach Hodge earlier in the week, he said that the player that impressed him the most was Jaleel Montgomery, and he's really taken on a leadership role, and he comes to games fired up and with intensity, and he has really showed that today with his performance. He has just been truly outstanding for the Bobcats, both on the offensive side and on the defensive side of the football when he can.
Yep, trash to cash. I like that. Actually, now we can use that one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have the winning ticket.
All right, so this is going to be a fourth down and long here. The offense is staying out on the field.
The winning number is 2.
Caravallo
4, 6.
trying to make something happen.
4, 8, 8, 8. Once again, the winning number is 2, 4, 6, 4, 8, 8, 8. Bring your winning ticket to the concession stand before the end of the fourth quarter to claim your prize.
Let's see what East Hartford can do here.
The winning ticket is 2, 4, 6, 4, 8, 8.
This is a gutsy call if they do keep the offense out on the field by the Hornets. However, they've had trouble on the defensive side of the ball. So let's see, can they keep the chains moving? Last time they tried to go for it on fourth down, Caravallo threw an interception. Colton Flaherty, the junior safety for the Bobcats, was able to haul in the interception. So let's see if Caravallo can make something happen.
Fourth and long.
Caravallo, excuse me.
Bobcats 35.
Caravallo drops back, steps up, and he is taken down. The pressure got there again. What a play by this South Windsor defense, shutting down East Hartford, and they will take over with a 12-point lead in this game. The pass rush has really stepped up for South Windsor when they needed to, and it showed in spades there. Now it's first down. Montgomery to Prather's left. Can he break another big play here? And he is going to get the handoff, and the play is blown dead. Let's see what we got here.
The flag has been picked up.
And there was a penalty on the play, but the referees have picked up the flag, so we are going to re-rack it here. And a flag is down.
12 men on the field.
It's 12 men on the field penalty against East Hartford. So the referee picked up the flag, but then he put it back down. Very interesting sequence. And it is now going to be a 1st down and 5 now for South Windsor.
The ball has been moved up to the Bobcats' 42-yard line.
Now South Windsor on their 42-yard line, 1st down and 5. Prather takes the snap, hands it off. Montgomery through the middle. Montgomery makes a man miss. Montgomery in the open field. Can he beat his man? Oh, he's just short of the end zone. He lost his footing.
First down, Bobcats.
So close for Jaleel Montgomery, who has broken so many plays in this game. Close to another play on the highlight reel. But he is going to set up the Bobcats with a 1st and goal from inside the 5. And East Hartford all night has just struggled to contain Montgomery. He has just been he's been amazing this game. I mean, there's not too many superlatives you can use, right? There's only so much. Now it's a 1st down and goal. McNeil in motion. They're going to give it to him, and McNeil is in for another touchdown.
Touchdown, Bobcats.
Dominic McNeil. The trio of him, Bridgeforth, and Montgomery have been unbelievable tonight for the Bobcats as they extend their lead 44-26. And now South Windsor are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Prather takes the snap. He's going to fire to his right side. This ball is caught, and he's going to walk into the end zone. In a 2-point conversion attempt, successful. South Windsor now up 46-26. And who do you know? It was Dominic McNeil again, the senior.
With 10:48 left in the 4th.
With the catch, the shiftiness, able to get enough and get into the end zone for 2 points. Now South Windsor, their next game, they're going to be on the road once again. They are going to be playing Glastonbury, whereas East Hartford, after this, they are going to be at home once again, and they are going to be playing Windsor next Friday. As we near closer to the state playoffs, the playoff picture shaping up. Should be a fun ride this next month until we crown state champions. South Windsor going to kick this one short, and the ball is falling on, and that's going to set up East Hartford near midfield for 1st down. And if there was any time to get points for the Hornets, it is now down 20. 10:47 left in the 4th quarter. Do they have a little bit of spark left in this game to try to make it close? Let's see what they do. Do they still have life? Caravallo takes the snap, hands it off up the middle. Not much doing on that 1st down play. Nice job by South Windsor. Now we'll bring up a 2nd down and long in East Hartford. There's got to be some urgency now. Got to go quick. Got to try to get points on the board, down by 20 at this current juncture. The second half has been dominated by South Windsor. And that trio that I mentioned earlier of Jaleel Montgomery, Dominic McNeil, and Jaden Bridgeforth, they have been instrumental in this team's success in this game. Second down and long. Caravallo drops back to pass. He's going to fire deep, looking for Isaiah Tripp, and he's got him. Isaiah Tripp trying to make a man miss. Isaiah Tripp still on his feet and down to around the 10-yard line. Isaiah Tripp with the big play down the right side. And that will set up a 1st and goal for East Hartford. Caravallo looks to his left, fires, it's caught. Trying to work away from tacklers. Can't get away from many of them, though. Taken down. 9 minutes, 25 seconds left to go in this 4th quarter of play. East Hartford needs a score here, down by 20. They just hit a big play to Isaiah Tripp down the sideline, who's had a phenomenal game. A kickoff return for a touchdown and a receiving touchdown. Caravallo drops back. He's going to fire to his right side. And this pass is caught for the touchdown. It's the senior Bryce Grant who hauls it in the corner of the end zone. And East Hartford has some life. And the score is 46-32 with the extra point on its way. Now it looks like they are going to go for the 2-point conversion here. Caravallo is out there. He's going to take the snap, hand it off up the middle. Fighting for yards, pushing the pile. And the 2-point conversion is no good.
2-point conversion.
That was Quamir Willis in the backfield.
9:04 left in the 4th.
And it remains a 14-point game.
To 32.
East Hartford needs to string together a couple of stops here. Still down by 14 with 9 minutes left to go. South Windsor has been running the ball very effectively all game, using motions, using Montgomery, whatever they can do to get yards. And they've just ran all over this Hornets defense. But now they're going to need to step up. East Hartford, they're going to need to find an answer to bring this game closer and give them the chance of possibly improving to 2-6 on the year. Now East Hartford's going to kick this one off here. And he sends it away deep. And the ball is fielded. It's Bridgeforth. Bridgeforth has a hole. Up the middle he goes. He gets past the 40-yard line. A nice return by Bridgeforth. And now a flag is thrown after the play. There was a little tussling by the South Windsor sideline. Let's see what the call is here. A couple South Windsor players ran to try to break up the tussle match there. And it's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on
Unsportsmanlike
East
conduct,
Hartford
both
and
teams.
South Windsor, so the penalties will offset.
All 7 penalties. First down and 10.
Now it's a first down and 10.
Bobcats ball at the 35-yard line.
And the Bobcats going to be trying to run out this clock. 8:56 left to go. A lot of clock to run down, but with the way that they've been running the football, it's going to be very, very tough to stop them. But East Hartford, they've gotten stops at some points when they needed to. They've done a decent job in terms of bending but not breaking, but unfortunately the explosive plays have just been their kryptonite tonight. Now it's a first down and 10. Montgomery is in the backfield to Prather's right. And also Bridgeforth is at the bottom of your screen. Bridgeforth in motion. Prather going to give it to Montgomery. Montgomery goes up the middle. Montgomery breaking tackles. Gets near first down yardage. And a nice gain right there for the junior running back. He has just been an absolute freight train tonight.
49-yard line.
Very tough to bring down for this East Hartford defense. They've struggled to contain him.
So it's first.
Now it's a second down and short. Going in motion. Bridgeforth has it. Bridgeforth up the middle. Bridgeforth in open space. Bridgeforth trying to evade the tacklers. Did he get in? He did. Touchdown, South Windsor. And it's Jaden Bridgeforth again. An unbelievable showing here by the senior. And now South Windsor is up 52-32. Now they're going to line up for the two-point conversion here. Montgomery is in the backfield. He was to Prather's right. He moved to his left. Man in motion. It's Dominic McNeil. He's been their go-to on the goal line, and he's going to walk in for another two-point conversion. He has been the go-to on the goal line, and a flag is down on the field after the play was over.
32 with 7:59 left in the fourth.
The officials discussing here. Flag was thrown at the end of that play.
Flag on the play.
It's going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Bobcats.
On South Windsor. So now,
The try is good.
and the try is still good. The two-point conversion will count. Now the penalty is assessed on the kickoff. Just one more time for good measure. Why not?
The penalty is assessed on the kickoff.
So now, South Windsor will be kicking off from the 25-yard line. So this could be an opportunity for a return here. Remember, Isaiah Tripp did have that kickoff return for a touchdown earlier on in this game. So let's see if it can happen again. And it is a short kick, bobbling ball, and it is fielded, working upfield down the sideline. And that will get East Hartford into South Windsor territory. And that was Amin Dijobo on that, on the return. And now East Hartford will take over with 7:54 left in this game, down by 22 points. Bryce Grant, the senior, was the recipient of the last touchdown, got it in the corner of the end zone.
Hornets ball, first down and 10 on the Bobcats 21-yard line.
So East Hartford looking to get another explosive play here and just try to rely on their defense to get a stop. First down. Two receivers at the top of your screen. Corvallo hands it off, up the middle. And a gain of a couple there. Brings up a second down and around 6 yards.
Second and 7.
Second and 7.
38-yard line.
Now up to the South Windsor 38-yard line. Caravallo going to throw. This pass is caught. Nice move. Works upfield. And a gain of a couple there.
Third down.
And that's going to bring up a third down for the Hornets. And the clock is ticking down. 7 minutes left to go in this game. It's been highly contested, a lot of points.
Third down and 4 at the Bobcats 36 yards.
Third down and 4. Caravallo takes the snap, looking, firing down the right side. He's looking for Tripp, and it's incomplete, but there is a flag on the play. It looks like it's going to be pass interference. Two South Windsor defenders were in the area.
Pass interference.
So that is going to keep the drive alive for East Hartford. Colton Flaherty, who had the interception earlier, was in the area of that ball. And now East Hartford gets a little sign of life here due to the penalty.
First down and 10 on the Bobcats 21-yard line.
First down and 10. The Hornets inside the 30. Santana got clobbered near the line of scrimmage. He still fought forward. He somehow broke free of that for a pretty good gain. Jeremiah Santana, the senior. Now it's going to bring up second down.
Short gain on the play, second and 8 on the Bobcats 20-yard line.
Second down, Caravallo drops back, fires to his left side, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Noah Vasquez, the senior, on that play. The throw was off target. And now it brings up a third down and long. Santana moves in the backfield. It's a low snap. Caravallo corrals it. It's going to roll out to his left. Fires in the end zone. And this pass is caught. And it is another touchdown.
Touchdown, Hornets!
For Isaiah Tripp. Another receiving touchdown A masterful game from him today, but unfortunately, it looks like South Windsor is going to come away with the win. That was Tripp's third touchdown of the game. Now East Hartford going to go for the 2-point conversion here. Caravallo takes the snap, fires to his left. This ball is caught, but immediately corralled.
2-point conversion, no good.
Great play
Your score with 6:09 left.
right there.
Bobcats 54, Hornets 38.
And that is going to keep the score at 54-38 in favor of South Windsor with 6:09 left to go in this fourth quarter. Now remember, if you want to catch highlights from this game as well as highlights from other games around the state, be sure to tune in to Friday Night Football. It's going to be on Channel 3 at 11:15. You don't want to miss it. We got a great show for you guys tonight. Going to bring you a lot of highlights, and we'll be giving you a full recap of everything that happened in high school football and elsewhere today. Remember, that's 11:15 on Channel 3. And the kick is fielded. It's Bridgeforth. Bridgeforth trying to find some space. Gets corralled near the 40-yard line. And that's where the Bobcats are going to set up.
Bobcats ball, first and 10 after their own 40-yard line.
And the Bobcats will take over. 6:02 left in this game. South Windsor has dominated the second half by way of Jaleel Montgomery, Jaden Bridgeforth, and Dominic McNeil. The trio has been dominant in just putting points on the board at will. And McNeil is loose. McNeil into the open field, making men miss. McNeil breaks a tackle. McNeil going to the sideline. He's still going, and he's in for the touchdown.
Wow.
What a play! Dominic McNeil. Wow. What a run! 60 points in this game for South Windsor. Wow.
Yeah. Told you 60 points. I know this team. I'm 1-6 in the games that I've announced.
I have no words after that. I mean, that was an unbelievable run by McNeil. The senior
On the play,
with an amazing game.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on South Windsor.
And a flag was thrown after the play. It was unsportsmanlike conduct on South Windsor.
Timeout. Bobcats.
And now a timeout is taken by South Windsor. And we're going to step aside. We will be back with the Friday Night Football Game of the Week streaming on the Wax and WFSB Plus. Bridgeforth in motion. Prather takes the snap. He's going to roll out to his right. He's going to fire the throw, and that ball is caught. But he is tackled before the goal line, so the two-point conversion is no good.
Bobcats 60, Hornets 38.
And now the score is 60 for South Windsor and 38 for East Hartford. South Windsor is going to continue their 5-game win streak with another dominant performance here on the road, giving them a lot of momentum heading into state playoff time, which is fastly approaching, whereas East Hartford is going to be looking to string together some victories at the end of the year to try to build that positive momentum and build into next year. And if you look at East Hartford, I mean, their problem hasn't been putting up points. They've been able to put up points in most of their games. They put up 45 in a win against Brian McMahon, 74 in that loss to Conard, 28 in a loss to Simsbury, 54 against Enfield, and 32 against Bristol Central. However, their defense, unfortunately, has just struggled. South Windsor going to kick this one off short. And East Hartford going to fall onto the football. Now here comes this East Hartford offense back onto the field.
First down and 10.
First down and 10.
At the Bobcats 36 yards.
That's at the South Windsor 36-yard line. So good starting field position for East Hartford here. First down, Caravallo going to hand this ball off. It's Willis. Willis down the left side. Willis, is he gone? And it is not a touchdown. I believe he stepped out of bounds. Let's see what the call is here.
Holding.
It is going to be a holding penalty on the offense, a crushing blow to wipe off the board. A big run by the junior Quamir Willis. A very costly penalty. Now it's going to be second down in short. Caravallo going to hand this ball off once again. Willis
Short gain on second down.
Didn't get much there. Very minimal gain. It's going to bring up a third down and short.
Ball on the Bobcats, 29-yard line.
Third down and or second down and short. Wait. The flag is thrown on the play.
Flag on the play. False start.
It's going to be a false start on the offense. It's going to move them back.
Corner. It is now 2nd and 7. Ball at the Bobcats, 34-yard line.
Caravallo going to fire. It's caught. It's Willis. Willis shedding some tacklers. Gets a solid gain there. And that is going to move the chains for East Hartford. Or Isaiah Tripp, excuse me, not Willis. Correction, that's Isaiah Tripp that caught that football. First down, Caravallo going to hand this ball off. Willis into the open field, breaks a few tackles, gets inside the 10-yard line. A nice run there by Willis, the junior. Now it's going to set up first down at around the 11-yard line. 3:34 left to go in this game.
First down and 10.
The clock is draining like quicksand. Caravallo throws it. And the throw looked low.
Second down.
And it is ruled incomplete. Now second down.
Second and long.
Second down and long.
Ball at the Bobcats, 14-yard line.
Ball at the South Windsor 14. Caravallo looking, fires, it's caught, it's Tripp. Tripp trying to make a move. Gets down to around the 10-yard line. And the clock is ticking down here. We're now down to 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in this fourth quarter. Not what the home fans expected tonight against South Windsor. Now this play is blown dead.
Timeout on the field.
And a timeout is called. So we are going to step away. We will be back after this brief break with the FNF Game of the Week streaming on the Wax and WFSB+. All right, so welcome back. So there was a short to minimal gain there on third down for East Hartford. And now it's going to bring up fourth down in long. Two minutes left to go in this game. South Windsor just a dominant performance on the offensive side of the football, courtesy of Jaleel Montgomery, Dominic McNeil, and Jaden Bridgeforth. Those three guys combined for a lot of touchdowns tonight. Just a dominant performance between those three. And on the East Hartford side, Isaiah Tripp has had an incredible game. Caravallo drops back, pressure in his face. Caravallo going to fire towards the sideline. And that is going to give the ball back to South Windsor.
Turnover on down.
And that should do it.
That is the second referee that has been waxed in 2 games.
And a referee is down on the field here. Let's hope he's okay. There we go. Another referee helped him up. And now South Windsor will take over.
2:04 left in the game.
2:04 left in this game. Now, McNeil came into this game for South Windsor with 4 touchdowns on the year on the ground. That number has improved substantially. Takes the snap, handoff, up the middle, and a short gain there. It's going to bring up second down. And the fans are starting to leave the stands at this juncture with less than 2 minutes to go. Down by 22 for East Hartford. South Windsor is going to improve to 6-2. They have 2 games left on the year. They're away at Glastonbury next Friday, and then their final game of the regular season is at home against Enfield on Saturday, November 22nd. Second down. Man in motion. Gives the handoff. And a solid gain right there. Brings up third down. Now, as for East Hartford, they will drop to 1-7 on the season. But they are at home for their next 2 games. They will welcome Windsor next Friday. And then after that game, on Friday, November 21st, they will welcome Manchester into the Hornets' nest. And now that will do it for this game. A massive win for South Windsor as they go over and celebrate. And that will do it for our coverage here. To my photographer, Ian Pettigrew, to all my guys in the studio, thank you so much. I am Quinn Pramberger. You guys have a wonderful weekend. Take care. Stay safe.